Today, I will be discussing Hurricane Katrina. Known infamously as one of the worst natural disasters in modern times, the storm caused a lot of damage and really opened the eyes of the American public regarding hurricanes. Specifically, I will be talking about just how the storm got here and just how strong it was. In this first part, to best summarize the storm's path, I've decided to present a general timeline that tracks the hurricane's movements and intensity. In this timeline, the intensities include wind speed and how fast the storm moved towards the southern coast. I'm going to point out important dates in the storm's progression, or more precisely, specific times, as Katrina progressed immensely within just hour segments. To start off the timeline, on Tuesday, August 23, 2005, the National Hurricane Center in Miami issued its first warnings of a new tropical depression. The tropical depression is a low-pressure system with sustained winds under 39 miles per hour, but the winds usually average between 25 and 35 miles per hour, so it's not quite a storm. As of now, the storm is about 350 miles east of Miami. The next day, August 24th, around 11 a.m., the system's winds reached 40 miles per hour, so it is declared as Storm Katrina. It is now 230 miles east of Miami. The next day, around 5 p.m., the storm is declared to be a Category 1 hurricane and is 15 miles east of Fort Lauderdale. The peak wind speeds reach about 75 miles per hour. Around 1 a.m. Friday, August 26th, Katrina is weakened because it brushed over Hollandale Beach in Florida and is reclassified as a storm. But just within 4 hours, the storm revamps into a hurricane as it passes over the warmer waters in the Gulf of Mexico. Saturday, August 27th, around 5 a.m., the hurricane's winds are peaking at around 115 miles per hour and is classified as a Category 3 hurricane. It is now about 400 miles southeast of the Mississippi River mouth. Katrina greatly intensified on Sunday, August 28th. Around 2 a.m., the winds peak at 145 miles per hour, and the storm is about 300 miles from the Mississippi River, making it a Category 4 hurricane. Around 11 a.m., the storm becomes a Category 5 hurricane as it approaches the 225-mile mark from the river mouth. By that night, many New Orleans have evacuated, and those that stayed take refuge in Louisiana Superdome. The next day around 7 a.m., Katrina is about to breach the land boundaries in Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana. The winds are 145 miles per hour and the eye of the storm is 70 miles from New Orleans. Around 11 a.m., Katrina, with 125 miles per hour winds, hit Biloxi and Gulfport, Mississippi hard. At the same time, the major New Orleans levee starts to flood. Tuesday, August 30th. Katrina is no longer a hurricane, but just a fading storm dropping rainfall into Tennessee. At this point, Katrina is greatly affecting cities through flooding. Now, I'm going to talk about storm surge, one of Katrina's most damaging aspects that led to flooding and the destruction of Louisiana and Mississippi coastal areas. Surge heights are calculated as the difference between the height of the flooding, or storm tide levels, and the projected height of the surge waves. In Mississippi, surges peaked at 27.8 feet, a U.S. coastal record. Whenever Katrina reached landfall, or entered, a new coastal area, along with it came storm surge. Backed by the aggravated ocean waves, the surges overflowed levees and led to immense amounts of destruction as seen in these pictures. Hurricane Katrina's intensity and storm surge raised a destructive path that still makes it the most unprecedented storm America has ever faced.